Hello, yogis. Welcome to our 8th class. Oh my God, all in a row. I hope you all have started with the first class that we recorded for River City Pilates. My name is Nil. Welcome to this 8th class. Today, as usual, if you like to join me seated on your heels, the idea is to stretch the ankles. If that doesn't work for you, sit any way you like. But before you get too comfortable, if you happen to have 2 blocks, grab your blocks, because today, I will tell you in a second, grab the blocks. And of course the cushion, we need that for the knees. By now you know if you use the cushion or not, but it's always nice to have something for the knees. And sometimes I sit like this on top of it, and that feels amazing too. If this seat doesn't work for you, sit any way you like, and we'll get started right away. Yesterday, I did a little bit more work on the bandhas. The bandhas are where we pull the belly in and up, and the pelvic floor engagement. So one is called Mula Bandha, the bottom one, and this one is the Uddiyana Bandha. Actually, we've been doing Jalandhara Bandha, which is the double chin. Remember where we were doing it? In the L sit. Yes, the double chin. That's another bandha. Oh, there are so many bandhas. But for me, the most important part in this bandha series are these 3 really. Why? Because the pelvic floor and the belly in really stabilizes you in the flow. We're going to do a flow. We're going to do the Tibetan rites today, whenever you're watching this recording. And then once we're done with the Tibetan rites, the 5 warm-up poses to activate the chakras within the body. And we have several of these energy centers in our body that correspond to a major nerve bundle and a major organ. So we don't want any blockage. It's a great way to warm up. I cannot emphasize enough to do only what you're capable of doing. Don't do it because I'm doing it. Don't do it because I'm cueing it. You're doing it for yourself, not for somebody else. We call this adaptive yoga. If I forget to give you modification on a pose, your body will know automatically what to do in that specific pose. So first is first, we're sitting here. We're going to practice the bandhas a little bit more with the breath. So I count actually pretty fast when I say I'm going to count an inhale of 6. So it's like very fast, a little faster than the seconds. And then I'm going to ask you to hold for 4 counts, and then exhale it out on a 6 count. So 6, 4, 6. 6 inhale, 4 pause, and then 6 exhale. Well, first of all, close your eyes or soften your gaze. Bring your hands on top of your thighs, however you're seated. And then your spine is really long. So it's not a cat spine, not a cow spine. It's a really long spine. And maybe push the nose back. Yeah, that's it. I'm not asking you for a double chin. Just push the nose back so your cervical spine is aligned with the rest of your spine. And sit here, close your eyes, focus on your breath. Notice the breath, first of all, coming in and going out. We talked about the yogi breath, in and out through the nose. If that is available to you today, switch to your yogi breath. If that's not accessible today, no big deal. Open up your mouth. One more breath like that. Don't change your position yet, unless, of course, you don't want to sit on your heels anymore, then of course, but long spine, shoulders down, shoulder blades down, squeeze the pelvic floor. Check. Squeeze the belly in. Check. Now breathe with me. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax the bandhas. Relax the pelvic floor. Relax the belly. All right. Ready again? Pull the bandhas. Both bandhas. Pull them. You notice how your chest lifts up right away. Pull it in as much as you can. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Relax the bandhas, and you're coming down already, but do it with an erect spine, with a straight spine up. Here we go. Again, pull the bandhas, both bandhas, belly in, pelvic floor up and in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And relax. All right, one more time. Okay, ready? Squeeze the bandhas. You notice how much taller I feel, and I can see it in the camera too. I hope you see it too when I engage the bandhas. And then focus on the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. And then come out of it. If you need to come out of your out of the seated position, come out of it. If not, do a cat and cow right here. Wherever you're seated, it can be any seat. So this is the cat and this is the cow. This is the cat. This is the cow. Yeah. Maybe elbows straight, chin to chest, and then maybe nose up, elbows bent in your cow. One more time. Cat, elbows straight, chin to chest. Exhale, U shape into your spine, elbows bent and look up. That's it. Perfect. Now we're coming to a standing position. How? My favorite way. Where did I get all these funky little things? Of course, from Polly Zink. I keep mentioning his name because he is a very dear master to me. He is originally martial arts, Kung Fu martial arts world champion 3 times over. But he is the one who created Yin Yoga originally. Look him up. All right. Fist. Push yourself a little bit off the floor. If this doesn't work, grab a piece of furniture and help yourself up. I like to come up first to bend knees, and then I walk my hands up my legs, up my legs, up my legs, and then move into your medical Qigong. That's another wonderful way of getting any tension out of your body, and make the movement big or make the movement small. That's totally up to you. Now, I don't need the cushion right now, but I'm going to pull it back in for one of the rides, the last one actually. And if you have the blocks in the middle of your mat, push them a little bit to the side too. We will use them later. If you don't have the blocks, no big deal. We will improvise. I just want to show you some transitions that you can do totally with the blocks. So we have been doing 11 rides, meaning 11 repetition of the 5 rides. We're gonna go up today to 13. If you're not comfortable with 13, do as many as you like. If you are past 13, do them too. Of course, the goal is by the end of this 20th lesson of mine that I'm giving you through yoga, through River City Pilates YouTube channel, is to reach 21 repetitions for each pose. So what do? Look at your toes, spread them. One thing, like the dancers do, spot something on the wall that you can hit every time you do the first ride, which is clockwise turn. Arms here, 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 or the dervishes, maybe one up, one down. So, can you squeeze the bandhas? Yes, you can. Start. Do not hold your breath. We're doing it very slowly and deliberately. This is a great way to activate all the chakras, but it does not mean that we need to get nauseated and dizzy. And that's how I felt the first month. I was doing maybe 3 to 5 of them. And that's maybe where you want to stop. And you can even forward this recording if you like, because I am into my 9th. And I will stop at 13, 10, 11, 12, and last one. And when I come back, I widen my stance, I put my hands to my hips, and just wait till any dizziness is out of my body, because we don't want to continue unless we feel completely secure on the mat. By the way, when you look up the Tibetan rites, this portion, what I do standing, is actually on your knees. It's the camel pose. So I thought for most of us, the knees are, well, precious. So I'm going to do the improvised portion of it that my master, Polly Zink, taught me. That's the willow tree. So that's exactly the same thing with the knees not on the floor. All right, I recovered. If you haven't recovered yet, take your time. So I'm going to show you from the side. Wide stance, parallel your feet, activate your feet. That's another bandha. Once you activate your feet, you'll feel that your quad muscles engage too, because effort is a thing you need to put in some of these poses. So the isolation, the isometric engagement of the muscles work for you. So that's the stand. Now, fingertips down, hands to your lower back. If this doesn't work today, maybe to your hamstrings. Let me show you how it would sit the whole time with my hands at my hamstrings, or maybe you want to keep it here. That's totally up to you. My husband has to actually come out of it a little bit because his shoulder girdle will not allow him to do it like I'm showing you right now. So wherever you are, engage the bandhas, the pelvic floor and the belly in, and look at my chest. When I engage the bandhas, the chest goes up. That's it. So keep the bandhas. Here's the front view. And then lean back only as much as you can. Maybe nose up, look up if that's okay with your neck. Exhale, come back. And here's the side view. Inhale, push your hands into your hamstrings, but chest up, nose up if that's okay. Exhale, come back. Now I'm going to keep my chin to my chest if my neck doesn't like it. So squeeze your shoulder blades, chest up, squeeze the bandhas. This is my inhale. Oh, chin to chest. That's what I wanted to show you. Exhale, come back. So you decide on the neck. Inhale, push your hands into your hamstrings, chest up, squeeze the shoulder blades, look up if that's okay. Exhale, come back. This is number 4. Here comes number 5. Inhale, 5. Exhale back. Don't lose the bandhas. Inhale, 6. Exhale back. Inhale, 7. Exhale back. Don't forget to squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, 8. Exhale back. Inhale, 9. Exhale back. Inhale, 10. Exhale back. Match your breath to the movement. Inhale, 12, 10, 11. Exhale back. Inhale, 12. Exhale back. Last time. Inhale, 13. Squeeze the bandhas. You can do it. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale back. And then release your hands and come into your medical qigong so you can get any tension out of your body. And those were the 2 standing poses, because we're coming down to our back, to the capital letter J. That's what we're tracing. How? Make your fist again, or hold on. I have a radiator here. I can hold on and do maybe one fist and then bend the knee and then bring the knees down. And I'm coming down now to first seated position, maybe windshield wiper your knees if that feels good, or come down right away. And I flip the camera so you have a better view of my J. So we're coming down. Come down, 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 down. All right. And if you hit the cushion with your head, that's a bonus. Then you have your head on the cushion. Okay. So part of the J, start with your knees up. I'll show you some modifications here too. Part of the J, This is the head part, chin to chest. Pull the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. You can do it now. You know how to do it. If this is doable, this will be for 13 times. If this is not doable, just do maybe 3, 4, 5, and then keep the head down. Now the leg part. The leg part, hands by your side. They're straight down and then straight up. I'm flexing my ankles to activate all the muscles here. And then straight down, that's the exhale. Now, if this doesn't work, lifting the legs like that, try with bending the knees and then lifting the knees first and then extending your legs up, flex the ankles, and then bring it back maybe the same way. That's one solution. The second one, try it, give it a try. Hands underneath your hips, relax the legs down, and then see if you can by squeezing the bandhas. And then up and down. Or maybe you do the bent knees and up and down. This helps too. So hands underneath your hips. So whichever you decide is perfect for your body right now. All of us. Focus on the bandha. Squeeze the corset. This is the corset that I'm calling. All pelvic floor, belly in. Here we go. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale 2. Exhale back. Inhale 3. Exhale back. Inhale 4. Exhale back. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Bandhas, squeeze them. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Exhale back. Inhale 8. Exhale back. Inhale 9. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. Inhale 11. Exhale back. Inhale 12. Exhale back. Last one. Squeeze the bandhas. Inhale 13. Exhale back and relax to your mini shavasana. What does that mean? Relax the legs, relax the toes, they flop to the side, and relax your arms. Everything is super relaxed. Just breathe here any way you like and enjoy this. And bring the knees up and windshield wiper. So the neck has a big portion in these rides. Why? There is a major chakra, the energy center. So we're doing something great for our body, not tangible that we can see or feel or touch, but we can feel it. Once you're in tune with your settled bodies, you can feel it. All right, here we go. Now, before I come out of this position, usually I ask you to rock back, forward, and backwards in a cat spine or roll to the side, because we're coming to the hardest pose of all of them, the reverse tabletop and the elf sit. I'm going to show you a modification that you can do right here and you don't have to come up. If by now you know that the reverse tabletop and the elf sit is not your thing, do the bridge. Widen your feet as wide as your, maybe between your hips and your shoulders. Turn your toes slightly out because your knees will go out instead of go in. At least my knees go out. Hands by your side, dig into your heels and lift your hips up and then slowly come down. If you want to do something great for the shoulders, as you dig into your heels, activate the bandhas. Up, up, up. The arms go up, straight up, and then down. That will be your exhale. Now, or you have this range of motion in your shoulders. Inhale up, overhead. Exhale down. That's one modification of that reverse tabletop. Now, coming out of it, I'm going to rock. If you like to roll to your side and give it a try first with the reverse tabletop, maybe that works this morning or this afternoon or this evening for you. And you can always go back to the bridge if it doesn't work. So let's talk about the L shape. It's really, really important. Flex your ankles, activate the back, the leg muscles, all of them. Pull the belly in, pull the pelvic floor. You know, those are the bandhas. Hands down to the floor. If your hands don't reach the floor, put your hands on the blocks. This is where you can use the blocks too. My arms reach the floor, or my hands, but some of us maybe are up. Or you can push the palms down. You can be more on your fingertips. Give it a try. You have to really find out what works for you and what doesn't. Now, this part is, and I see lately this is not an L shape. Come up straight. Yes. Arms out. Don't shrug your shoulders. They're down. Super engaged with the bandhas, or not like this. Super engaged. Yep. And now push your nose back. Double chin. That's your Jalandhara bandha. That is your double chin. Feel it. This would be your exhale. Now the inhale, we're going to bend one knee, then the other one. Adjust your hands. You will know where to put your hands. Press your hips up, maybe this much today. Or maybe you can go all the way up. Look at my neck. Here's another neck movement. Nose all the way back, or keep your chin to your chest. Your neck will tell you what to do here. And then bring your hips between your hands with an exhale, double chin, nose back, active legs, L sit. This was our first one. Here's the second one. Inhale up. Exhale down. L shape, bandhas in, strong. Inhale 3. Exhale back. Inhale 4. Exhale back. Squeeze the bandhas. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Inhale 6. Exhale back. Inhale 7. Exhale L shape. Push the nose back, double chin. Inhale 8. Exhale back. Inhale 9. Maybe chin to your chest if the neck is tired. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. Inhale 11. Exhale back. 2 more. Inhale 12. Exhale back. Inhale 13. Exhale back. Last time I'll sit and slouch and wiggle around. Shake your shoulders, shake your torso, shake your legs. That's it. We are done with the hardest one of them all. Now, the fun part, the double dog. For that, we need the cushion that we have already somewhere along your mat, because my knees are precious. I want to put my knees on the cushion. So come onto the cushion and we'll do the last right 13 times if you like. If you need to stop earlier, that's great. If you want to go further, that's awesome too. Spread your fingers. No cupping of the palm. Not like this. Not like this. Rather, dig the fingertips in and have a really secure stance. Yes? So I am on my knees. I'm coming forward, 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 forward. Now look at the eyes of my elbows. I'm turning them towards each other, lowering the hips. And if you have room for your neck, look up and exhale, push into your hands. Go back to your half dog or your child's pose. Inhale 2. Turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other, hips down, maybe nose up or maybe straight nose. Exhale back. Inhale 3. Exhale back. Some of you are already doing the other version. Inhale 4. Turn the eyes of the elbows, curl your toes under, maybe lift your knees. This would be the other version. Your up dog. Exhale to downward dog. Adjust your downward dog and you can go in between now. Inhale 5. Exhale back. Look at your kneecaps. Inhale 6. Exhale back. You decide, knees down or knees up. Inhale 7. Exhale back. Inhale 8. Exhale back. Inhale 9. Exhale back. Inhale 10. Exhale back. 3 more. Inhale 11. Exhale, downward dog. Look at your kneecaps. Pull the belly in. Inhale 12. Exhale back. Inhale 13. Exhale back. I think I skipped one, so this will be bonus if I didn't. Inhale 13. Exhale back. And then stay in downward dog. Stay in knees down, tabletop. Stay in child's pose. Make it work for your own body. And we did it. We did it. We are at 13 if you did it with me, or you did more, or maybe you did less. You still did it. So that's really important. What would I give my younger self as an advice if I were to start teaching again as a new novice yoga teacher? I would tell my younger self, start teaching people 50 and up right away. Right away, 50, 60, 70, then you know which areas of the bodies, of our bodies are precious and what needs to be adopted, and that we don't all fit into a box. Because I honestly thought at the beginning of my career as a yoga teacher that we should fit in a box, because that's what my teachers were showing me basically. This is how you do pigeon pose. And this is the only way you can do pigeon pose. And my body wasn't ready for the pigeon pose. Anyway, too much talking, no good. This is a yoga class. We're going to do a Vinyasa Flow. So come to your hands and knees. I'm going to give you 2 options to flow with me. First of all, get your blocks so you have them. If you don't have the blocks, maybe you don't need it at this point. Or maybe, Walmart, $3 a piece or something like that. Get the cheapest blocks. These are not any fancy blocks. And you see how much of a difference it makes. Or maybe you can use your fingertips if for some reason you cannot reach. You'll see what I mean in a second. So not a reason for you not to do this practice with me. All right. So we have our hands on the blocks and our knees on the cushion. I'm going to ask us to come into downward dog. If downward dog is not your thing because your shoulders don't agree with it, or you don't want to be upside down, you get dizzy, you stay in this tabletop. For the rest of you, come into your downward dog and pedal it out. Just move your hips from side to side. Well, if you're down here, you can still do this. Remember, we have been continuously doing this freestyle cat and cow, so wherever you are is perfect. I'm going to bring us all to the front of your mat. In downward dog, look back at your kneecaps, and that's where you stay, please. 2 more breaths. Everybody who is on their knees, focus on your right side. Pick up your right side and bring it forward. Push it forward, and stay here. I'm going to bring the rest of us there too, because I'm going to ask you to lift the back knee, but you don't have to right now. So in downward dog, if you have the room, step forward. That's it. Step forward and lift. Your knee is already lifted. Everyone else, lift the back knee. So you are with your hands on the blocks. The block has different heights. Use them to your advantage. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. Let's do a twist while we're here. Put the left block down next to your foot, your right foot. Put the hand on it, and maybe your right hand is at your right thigh. And maybe turn your nose towards the right side. And maybe you look up. Big breath in, big breath out. Grab both blocks again. Press your hands into the blocks. And if you don't have the blocks, maybe do it with your fingertips here. Bend into the front knee generously because we're going to come forward. So step to the front of your mat, bend your knees generously and fold. Fold here. Stay with me here. I'm going to push the camera a little bit further away. With a big inhale, squeeze the belly, squeeze the pelvic floor. Walk your hands up your legs. Stay there in front of your mat. I'm going to go back so you can see me. Walk up, walk up, walk up. Stretch up overhead. If this is not your thing, you do it right here. Stretch up, interlace your fingers, flip your palms, and take a stretch. You can do it here right in front of your chest too. Come back center with an inhale. Exhale, go to the other side. Inhale, center one more time. Stretch to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale the other side. That's it. Perfect. And then relax your hands by your side and shake it out. So you're on the front of your mat. I'm going to join you there. I'm going to push the cushion just slightly to the side for those of you who will use the cushion and join you to the front of your mat. So with your right foot, step back to 45. 45. Right foot is in the front, step back. You don't need your blocks, keep them there on the front of your mat. 45. Now look at your front toes. Those are the left. Heel toe them to the side and bend into the left knee. A little bit to the side, just to open up some space here for us. Now I'm bringing you into warrior one. Bring your right ribs forward now. You're squaring your hips forward. That's it. You can keep your hands in your heart center. Adjust this. If you have more room to open up the hip flexors, go for it. And then bring the right ribs forward. Now hands in heart center, arms overhead, whatever feels good here. Focus on your breath. Inhale, exhale. One more. We're going into a twist. Relax your hands down. Your right hand goes to your left thigh and maybe your left hand to your sacrum, or just let it float there and look over your left shoulder. Maybe bend a little bit more into the front knee if you have room. Big breath in, big breath out. With an inhale, come back center. Now go with your arms back, interlace your fingers. If you have the room, push your thumbs away by squeezing your shoulder blades and then come maybe a little bit forward. If you don't have the room, you keep your hands, of course, at your hips. Come a little bit forward. Maybe that's enough for you today. Maybe you come a little bit more. Some of you may be already in a cat spine. This is everybody's practice, not just mine or somebody chosen for this pose. And then with an inhale, come out of it. Perfect. Release your hands. Now, if you have a super wide stance, you might want to bring your back foot a little bit in because it's going to turn perpendicular now. And then heel toe your front foot to the center. My back foot is perpendicular. Stay here. I'm going to show you the side view because we're coming into warrior two. So back foot is perpendicular. It was on 45. I turned it to perpendicular and then bend into the front knee. Open it up again. Now, all of us, squeeze the pelvic floor. Look, this is not loosey-goosey stance here. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in. The whole energy, you know, the chakra, this is, yes, it's a major chakra here. Dantian, for those of you in yin yoga, that's the cauldron here. Bring it, make it boil here. And then arms out wide. Here's the side view so you can see it. Arms out wide. Think about your triceps so you can really activate your legs. Chop, chop hands, all fingers together. Turn your nose over your left middle finger. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Now with an inhale, straighten your front knee, the bent knee. And then exhale, maybe the left arm goes up to reverse warrior, or you keep your left hand at your right shoulder. Up or right shoulder. Lean back, feel the stretch. One more breath. With an inhale, bend the front knee, come back to your warrior two, and then exhale, chop, chop hands. Activate this left arm, lightly, the forearm to your thigh. Now open up the right shoulder, Maybe your hand stays at your hip. Maybe you reach it up and you look at your thumb, or maybe you bring the arm over your ear. Looking up here may put you in imbalance. For those of you who are new, look down. You feel the stretch here probably. See, you don't even lean, I don't even lean into my forearm. I can take it and feel the stretch right here. One more breath. And then with an inhale, come out of it and straighten the front knee so we can get a counter stretch here or here. That's it. Stay like that. I'm going to join you. That's it. And then bend the front knee. I'm with you here. We're targeting the blocks. So come down, come down, come down, come down. Target the blocks, or you're on your fingertips or hands. Turn your back foot forward. Remember the runner's lunge? Yes, yes, yes. We're going to go into a vinyasa, a connection of these poses. So hands on the blocks or hands off the blocks. Pick up your front foot. Go back to your downward dog first. And for those of you who don't want to do the downward dog, knees already down. Perfect. Now, from your downward dog, all of us, bring your knees down. We're going to do the Chaturanga. You don't need the blocks for the Chaturanga. Bring your hands down to the floor. It's not like the double dog, not too far forward. Pull them in, but they're not underneath my shoulders either. A little bit forward, maybe 2 feet. Dig your fingertips into the mat. Come now over your shoulder, over your wrist, your shoulders over your wrist. Don't look back, look forward. And then past your wrist. This is important. Past your wrist with your shoulders. Bend the elbows. Do you see? I'm bending my elbows. Do you feel your biceps and triceps kick in? That's it. That's all you need. Now do the double dog version here. Turn your elbows towards each other. Nose up. That's it. And then go into your half dog. Stay in half dog or go into your downward dog, because that's where we start all over again. We have another side to do. Yay. Here is your downward dog. Here is your tabletop, and you can move again, the hips back and forth. If you're in downward dog and you like the block version, take the hands to your block and go into your downward dog. If you say, no, Neil, I don't need the block, your hands are down. Dig the fingertips into the mat. It stabilizes you more. If you're here, then maybe you need the blocks here to step forward, because we're going to step the left foot forward. So one more breath, all of us. Come with me to left foot forward. Here's first the tabletop version. So you come forward. If you're here, heel toe it forward. And the downward dog version with the hands or without the hands on the block, step forward. Now, all of us lift the back knee. Stay here. Squeeze the pelvic floor. Squeeze the belly in. Maybe one hand, your right hand on the block next to your left big toe. Yes. And then hold on with your left hand to your left above the knee and turn your nose up towards the sky or towards the wall. That is our little twist here. Big breath in, big breath out. One more. And then both hands onto the blocks, onto the floor, wherever you are. Press into your front foot, pick up your back foot and fold. This is your exhale. Bend your knees generously. Inhale your hands up your legs, up your legs, up your legs, up your legs. I'm going back so you can see me. And then exhale, hands by your side. Come into your medical Qigong. I feel like I need to build this in. This is by far the best movement that I have from all of my training. All right. So we did a stretching overhead. You're in the front, I'm in the back so you can see me. This time it's a little bit more complicated. So let's see. Focus on your right side. The right side goes back. The right foot goes behind your left. I'm going to push this to the side. Push your cushions to the side so we don't stumble over it. Yes, perfect. Now, for those of you who are doing this with the arms in front of you, your left hand grabs the right wrist and pull yourself towards the left side. pull yourself towards the left side. For those of you who can do this, overhead, same thing. Left hand grabs the right wrist, pull yourself towards the left. That's it. Stay for another exhale here. Inhale and exhale, of course. And then come back center, release your arms down, feet underneath your hips, and then go to the other side. Left foot goes back. How much? Totally up to you. And then the right hand grabs the left wrist in front of you towards the right side, lean towards the right side, or you go overhead. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. And then come out of it directly into your medical Qigong. Do it big, do it small. I'm going to join you right here again so you don't get confused. Why am I in the back of my mat? So you see, you can only see me up to my thighs, but it doesn't matter. I will adjust. So left foot goes back to warrior one. 45 on the back foot. Adjust here. The distance totally up to you, whatever your hip flexors are saying. Now, heel toe your foot to the right side. So you open up some space for your hips, bend into the right knee, and then bring your hips forward. So I go back so you can see me. Bring the left ribs forward. That brings your left hip forward. So square your hips. And then hands in heart center. That's where we can start. You can have your arms released overhead. Squeeze the bandhas here. Big breath in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now bring your hands down. We're going into a twist. Left hand to the outside or on top of your right side. Right hand maybe to your sacrum or let it just float there. And look over your right shoulder. Turn your nose over your right shoulder. Can you squeeze the bandhas? Of course you can. Big breath in, big breath out. With an inhale, turn back to your warrior one. And then bring your hands behind you to interlace. Here is the view from the back. So interlace your hands, squeeze your shoulder blades. If your hands want to stay closer to your hips, that's great. If you have the room, push them away and then come forward. Are you squeezing the bandhas? Yes, yes, yes. You need to squeeze the bandhas here. Squeeze the belly and squeeze the pelvic floor. How much you come forward, totally up to you at this point. And maybe some of you have folded down. One more breath. With an inhale, come out of it. And an exhale, come heel toe your foot to the center of your mat. You were here. Heel toe your foot to the center. Turn your back foot perpendicular to your front foot. So we can come into warrior two. That's it. Here is the side view. Warrior two. Activate the triceps by thinking about it. Activate the bandhas by thinking about it. Turn your nose over your right middle finger. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Now we do the reverse warrior. How? By simply straightening the front knee. If you need to have a micro bend, keep a micro bend. And then maybe arm goes up overhead, your front arm, that's your right arm overhead, or you grab your left shoulder. And this is the reverse warrior with a micro bend in the knee or the straight knee. And then come back again to warrior two by bending into your front knee and come into your side angle. That's a series of the warrior two. Lightly with your chop hand and a super active arm here. Really, your biceps, your triceps are all active. You're gently leaning that forearm here. And then you can leave your left hand at your hip, high five, or maybe over your ear and you look down. For some of you, this is a no big deal to look up, but for some of us, looking up may bring you into an imbalance and you may find yourself falling out of this pose. One more big breath. With an inhale, come out of it again, slowly. Straighten-ish the front knee to go one more time back to your reverse warrior. Wherever your right arm is perfect. And then the last time you're bending into the front knee because we're targeting the blocks again. Hopefully they're still in front of you if you need the blocks. If you don't need the blocks, you don't need the blocks. Fingertips maybe. And then turn your back foot forward, the toes forward. Pick up your foot, go back to your downward dog. or you're already on your knees down, for those of you who don't want to do the downward dog. And then walk, all of us, come down with your knees onto your mat. We'll do a second chaturanga. So dig the fingertips in, not too far forward with your hands. Adjust them so you can comfortably come over your wrist, past your wrist, bend the elbows straight back. Look, I can feel my upper arms and on my torso. My biceps and triceps are super engaged. Look forward, don't look back now. And then exhale. Actually, this was an exhale. And inhale, turn the eyes of the elbows towards each other. Maybe look up. And then we all meet in child's pose, tabletop, whatever you feel appropriate here. And you can move your hips from side to side. All right. And we catch our breath here. You can do the puppy dog. Have you ever tried the puppy dog by keeping your hips over your knees? Sort of. That's really an individual thing. And then push your chest forward down. If you want, you can take one block and put the forehead down. If your forehead is already on the floor, maybe you want to push your chin down. There's always more. There's always more you can go to. All right. Whenever you're ready, come slowly, slowly out of this and sit down and bring your legs forward and shake them out. Good job, guys. So we did the Tibetan rites. We did flow. Now let's stretch we did quite a bit on the wrist. Let's stretch them. But before I go to that stretch, I want to give you one more. This is one of my favorite stretches here, the hamstring stretch. So again, legs are super engaged. Take your right over your left. We have done this before. And sometimes your foot is up here. That's okay. Sometimes you can pull. Some of us can pull the heel closer. So now come into a cow spine. It's the heart center that wants to touch the knee. Can it touch the knee? For some of us, yes. For some of us, no. Some of us are already feeling the stretch just in this L shape. Why do you want to go any further? You're feeling the stretch. Stay right here. Push your torso forward, but keep the neck in line with the rest of your spine. Do not round down the head. Keep looking at your toes. Keep the neck in line, because every inch you round down your head, it's 10 pounds of pressure on the cervical spine here on our neck. So we don't want that. If some of you are more flexible and want to walk your hands forward and grab the toes, great. Some of you probably are been doing this, then maybe your right hand becomes a fist and you grab the wrist and you can hook it over your foot. And focus on the breath. Keep the bandhas engaged here, all of us. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. Inhale, exhale, big breath in, big breath out. One more. And then with an inhale, come slowly out of it. Lean back, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. And we'll do the other side. So straight legs, sit in your L shape. You know now that you have to engage your ankles so the toes are coming towards your left side over your right. Adjust however you need to adjust here, but don't lose the engagement of the bottom leg. And then if you feel the stretch here, just push your torso into a cow spine and stay here. Or if you're already a little bit more forward, maybe your hands are at your knee, maybe shin bone, or maybe you want to do the hook. Left hand goes into a fist and you hook it over your foot and look at your toes. Do not round the head down. Big breath in, big breath out. Can you squeeze the bandhas? Of course you can squeeze the bandhas. Inhale, exhale. Squeeze, one more. No, I'm cutting this short. After this one, another inhale. And the exhale. Awesome. And then come out of it. Nice. Lean back, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Perfect. Now I want you to sit, maybe this easy seat, however you want, cross your shin bones, because this is something I haven't shown you yet. This is all from our Yin Yoga Flow with the Master Polly Zink. I highly encourage you to look them up. So legs are like that. I'm going to show you what I do with my hands. Palms away from you. Put them somewhere on your back where your arms will tell you, your shoulders will tell you, higher up, lower down, wherever you are is perfect. So palms away from you. Now bring some motion into the shoulders. This is the dragonfly seated. I have not introduced you to the dragonfly laying. Maybe I did. I'm getting confused now. I have to look up. So move this, that's it. And we can bring some motion into the torso too. Don't hold your breath. Breathe here, breathe. And then bring your torso a little bit forward, 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 forward as much as you can. And then come back up again. All right, here we go. Inhale, forward, 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 forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, forward, 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 forward. Exhale, come back. Inhale, forward, 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 forward. You're moving your shoulders. Exhale, come back. One more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back and then roll your shoulders. Roll, nice. And then lean back, windshield wiper. Continue windshield wipering. My puppy is crying. I'll be right back. I'm going to let him out. All right, here I am. So, puppy needed to get out. All right. Perfect. So shake it out. We'll do a little bit more wrist stretches. So I'm going to turn around and show you another one of my favorites. So you can just do this. If the shoulders are telling you, no, you're not going to go any further, maybe pull on the wrist, pull gently on the wrist. You know how much you can pull. Some of us can grab the forearm and pull. Some of us can grab the elbow and pull. Some of you may be able to wiggle your hand. It doesn't matter which side you're doing first. The hand between your shoulder blades. This is my right side, and you will see a huge difference between my right side and my left side because I'm right-handed. So my right side is tighter, but I'm working on it. So hold this for 3 more breaths, upright, not in a slouchy position. I'm staying with my back turned to the camera so you can see it. Inhale. Exhale, big breath in, big breath out. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. One more. All right, change sides with an inhale, come out of it. Maybe give it a little shake here. And then exhale, pull on the wrist, pull on the forearm. Or maybe you grab the elbow if that's doable. Now, some of you, not all of us, some of you may be able to wiggle your hands between your shoulder blades. Now, as you can see, I can wiggle my left hand so much easier between my shoulder blades. And bonus, bandhas, I didn't mention that on the other side. So you can squeeze it here too. We can multitask. So inhale, exhale. Big breath in, big breath out. 2 more times. Squeeze the bandhas. 1 more. And then relax. Maybe roll your shoulders forwards and backwards. Maybe lean back again, windshield wiper your knees, and I'm going to turn around. A little bit more to the wrist. All right, here we go. So sit however you like. I like to actually sit back again on my heels. If that's a thing for you, you can do that. This is extra bonus for my heels. So the backs of your hands to your hips. This is quite a bit of a stretch for your wrist. Maybe a little higher. Maybe to the chest area. Some of you may even go into the armpit area. Stay here if this is enough of a stretch, or bring the elbows down. This is a serious stretch. Now, I really want you to focus on your bandhas. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, focus on the breath. I'm counting the breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2 more, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Now very slowly come out of this. This is quite a bit of stretch wherever you were. Palms up, palms down, make a fist, open up, then shake it out the way you like it. You can do any version, fancy stuff, whatever feels good, whatever feels good. Bring motion back into the, yeah. All right, one more thing for the arms, and I'm going to encourage you to do the legs with me. Have you heard about the eagle posture? Well, in yin yoga, we call it the tree stump, and it's similar pose. The only difference is we do it seated. So here we go. Bend your knees, right leg over your left. Some of you, this is great. Sit upright, pull the belly in, pull the pelvic floor. Some of you can probably hook the foot underneath. Yeah, there you go. So this is the leg version. Now the eagle has the arm portion too. Are you upright? Not a cat spine, not a cow spine, upright. Pull the belly in. Give yourself a bear hug. Doesn't matter which arm is on top. Just remember, this is my left side on top. Doesn't really matter. Up, elbows up. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you want to come into the full eagle posture. What am I doing here? Not much, really. Raising my fingertips up and maybe touching with my fingers the palm of my other hand, and focus on the bandhas. That's it. You're in the eagle. You don't have to do the eagle pose ever standing again. So take the liberty. If you're falling out and your balance is not there in a normal yoga class, and the teacher forgets to give modification, come down and show them you can do this. Squeeze the bandhas, because you're doing for the inner organs as much as you're doing for all the joints here. One more big breath. And then relax the arms, relax the legs, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Well, we have the other side. All right, so bend both knees. Where your knees are, it's totally up to you. Cross it over. Maybe you stay here, and that's beautiful. Let me show you the side A's. Or you have it hooked under already. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, upright position. And it was my left on top, so my right is on top. And this is beautiful. So I would rather you focus on the bandhas than on the arms here. Just lift the elbows up. That's enough for the shoulders. Or try to come into your full eagle posture. Squeeze the belly in, squeeze the pelvic floor. Don't lose it while you're breathing. Inhale, exhale. 2 more times. Inhale, exhale. We can do this last time. Inhale, exhale, and then relax. Beautiful. And windshield wiper. That's it. Perfect. Now, last thing, if you can, parallel your feet as wide as your mat if you like. Knock the knees together. Now, this can be a quite challenging thing. If you're here and this is enough for a stretch for you, stay here. If you can walk your hands forward, walk them forward. You know what to do, the bandhas, right? Squeeze the bandhas. This is the monkey. I think I introduced you to the monkey before because it's one of my favorite poses. If some of you can grab the knees or the shin bones, come forward because this is for the ankles too. That's it. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, exhale. One more. We are going into the Tippy Twist. How? Bring your hands back, or maybe your hands were there. Bring the knees together. Here's the side view. Sit upright again. One arm wraps around the knees. This is my especially into my thumb and my index finger to open up my shoulder and twist with me. Look back at your left shoulder if you're doing this with me. This is a twist to the left. Pull the belly in. Nice. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. With an inhale, come back where you grab with both hands your shin bone. Let go of your right. I'm going to the other side and I'll show you. Pull the heel in as much as you can or they're further out. That's totally up to the individual yogi. Use your thumb and your index finger to open up the shoulder. Squeeze the pelvic floor, squeeze the belly in, Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha, and turn your nose towards your right shoulder if you're doing it with me, or towards the other side. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. One more. And then turn back center again. One last movement before I finish the class. I know, no Shavasana today. We had too much fun in the yin yoga portion of the class, or at least I have a lot of fun. And then maybe to the other side, just to relax the, the seated version of our medical Qigong. And then sit however you like, because we're going to end the class the same way, like usual, with the group breath. So hands into heart center, maybe your thumbs touching your sternum. So we're going to do the 6 inhale, 4 hold, the pause. And if you don't mind the lion's breath, I want you to stick out your tongue. Yes, so it's a big sigh with the tongue sticking out. So here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold your breath. 2, 3, 4. Lion's breath. Ah. If you like, bring your thumb knuckles to your forehead center. If you enjoy learning Sanskrit, here is our closing sentence. Loka, loka, samasta, samasta, sukhino, sukhino, bhavantu, bhavantu. May all living beings everywhere be happy and free. Ek Onkar, we're all one. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow.